Hello beautiful people, welcome to today's video. We're setting up my bullet journal for the month of August. Sorry for the late update. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I've been sick, which kind of delayed the process of setting up this bullet journal. This month we're doing something different. I digitally drew my theme for the month of August. I was getting kind of tired of drawing everything on paper, and I've been really liking digital drawing, so I doodled some little elements. I doodled some washi, some sort of washi tapes, I guess, and we're gonna be using those to set up my bullet journal. I took a break for like 2 months. I didn't not set up my bullet journal. I just wanted those must kind of just be for me. I missed having my bullet journal just be something that I set up however I feel like, whenever I feel like, for a little bit. So yeah, I took a break. Also had other stuff going on, with work and personal stuff. So I kind of wanted a little bit of a break and not have to go about filming and editing and worrying about when the video is going up, you know? But getting back on it now. I don't really know where the idea for this theme came up, like the milk with the strawberries and the sakura. I don't know. I guess I was just looking at so many kind of illustrations on Pinterest about like little milk cartons and cute little things. I don't know. I just wanted something very pink, which isn't usually my style, and this kind of came out. I didn't film the process of me drawing on my iPad because honestly I take forever. I don't really take that much to actually get something done, but until I figure out what I want to do, that can be a process. That's usually like the brainstorming part in figuring out how I actually want the final product to look. That's usually what takes me the most time. So yeah, I could try to film that sometime in the future, like for future themes, but nah, I don't think I will. Maybe further down the line when I'm better at my digital drawing process, but for now I like to keep that kind of private, and so I can just ramble a little bit and kind of make it my own thing. I do very much enjoy bullet journaling, but I've been kind of tired of drawing directly on it, especially because it adds to the filming time. I find that when I draw directly on my bullet journal, I spend so many hours setting up my bullet journal. I usually have like 7 hours of footage, which sounds kind of insane, but yeah, it's a lot. I'm not someone who draws very quickly. I draw kind of slowly, even if I'm going over the line. I like taking my time coloring things in and adding the detailing. So yeah, and for this setup it took me 2 hours, which is considerably less time, and honestly I only took that much time because the stickers, because I did print this out in sticker paper because I had some there and I had to cut it by hand. The sticker, since it's not a sticker sheet, it's kind of hard to peel the back part from the actual sticker. So that's the only reason why this took so long, because otherwise it would have been pretty fast. But yeah, this month is kind of experimental, since this is something new that I'm trying out. This drawing digitally for the elements, but having the setup being drawn by hand and then filling it in with the actual stickers. But I had fun. Like, the creative process was fun. I'm not entirely sure that this is my favorite bullet journal setup that I've ever made. I'm pretty sure that it's not. I've made others, like the one from May, that was gorgeous. The one from April, that was gorgeous as well. But this was very fun to do. Like, I just had fun creatively. It was very interesting, and I was really proud of like the digital drawings that I made. I am kind of mad at my line art with the actual setup that I drew on paper. I forget that drawing digitally and drawing on paper isn't the same thing, and that you still kind of need to warm up your wrist, because my lines were not so steady. And yeah, well, the normal person in me knows that it looks perfectly fine. The perfectionist in me is freaking out about some lines that look kind of wobbly, but you know, you live and you learn. But yeah, and also this month I went with a different fine liner than the one I was using usually. Usually I was using the one from Winsor & Newton, and this month I don't remember the brand, but it's not as good. Ergonomically, at least in my hand, it doesn't feel as comfortable, and so it doesn't really allow me to have the same range of motion, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to be switching back to the Winsor & Newton. I'm going to leave the one that I used this month for sketches on a sketchbook and things like that. But for the bullet journal, I'm going to continue with the Winsor & Newton because I feel like the quality is just much better and allows me to do a better final product. But yes, I hope that you guys really like this theme. I thought it was really cute. I like, in case you haven't been here for a while, I like adding little stars to basically anything. I like little stars or like little sparkles and everything as like a little element, as a little filler. It makes it automatically look very magical and whimsical, and so it looks so cute. I was really proud of this. Yeah, I made different washies. Like you guys can see, I have this one on that page with these stars. But I wanted to play around with the different colors in the color scheme. So I also have some that are green with the petals. I also have these yellow ones that you can see that I'm experimenting with here with the strawberries. And they were so fun to make. And I don't know, I would like to, in the future, someday, have like a sticker sheets or stickers or stationery shop, basically selling sticker sheets, stickers, washi tapes. That would be something that I really enjoy. And I didn't consider that drawing something like this just for like my personal use would be doable. I don't know, in my head I made it out to be something so more intricate than what it really is, when really I just drew the main elements and then I kind of made some little strips and I added the elements on there and I had a basic washi. Sure, it's not the most intricate pattern situation on the planet, but it was actually pretty straightforward to make. And I don't know, you know when you have those kind of little things in your mind that you like to do one day and you make them out to be really huge, and then you actually do something that would be similar to what you want to do, and it's not as mind-blowing as you thought it would be. Of course, these washies are not like sellable washies, they're just little strips that I printed out and cut up. It's not the same thing as producing washi, but you know the drill. You know what I'm trying to say, right? And a good thing about doing this with stickers, I can just go in and strategically use the stickers to cover up mistakes, which that was actually a good place to make a mistake because I really liked where that milk sticker ended up going. But yes, if you're wondering, why do you have a Bible study spread? I started reading the Bible last month. If you don't know, I studied literature in college, and a fantastic text to read to give you more understanding on how narratives are constructed and on some references that are hidden everywhere that you might not recognize is the Bible. The Bible will help you to make so many references with so many plots in books, movies, so many imagery, symbolism, everything. So from that point, literally, on a literature level, the Bible is extremely useful. Also, it's really good for the mind. Honestly, it's such an intricate text. And also, on a spiritual note, I'm Portuguese, if you don't know. So by tradition, we're all pretty much Catholics. My mom is very Catholic. I was never, let's say, pushed to be that way. I never really had that pressure on top of me, I guess. And I never really followed that because I feel some type of way about religion as a structure. I don't know if structure would be the word, but I don't know. I'd never read the Bible before. I'd never really been pressured to do it either. But I've been delving more into Christianity. And I do have to say that within Christianity, I do find Catholicism more appealing than other forms. So I decided, you know what? Let's read the Bible. Let's see what this is about. And it's been really interesting. And also, reading the Bible before bed, I have been sleeping like a baby. I don't know, something about it just soothes my mind so much. I finished the Bible, I'm already falling asleep. I put the book on my night table, I fall asleep, I dream like a baby. It's fantastic. I highly recommend reading the Bible before bed. It's such a good meditating kind of exercise. I'm not meditating, but I feel like I'm meditating while I read the Bible. I don't know if that makes sense. I've just been rambling about the Bible, but basically I've been reading the Bible for several reasons. I want to track my progress and also have some place to kind of document my progress through the Bible. So that's why I made it into a spread. I want to be very consistent with it. I want to track my progress, and I want to have some place to write certain passages that were important, and to, let's say, have an idea in time of when I read those passages for the first time, so that way I have that in my bullet journal. Going on for this spread. This spread is going to be the simplest thing you've ever seen. This is my synchronicities tracker. Basically, whenever this might not happen to everyone. I understand that this is not going to be the case for everyone, and not everyone's going to like this kind of concept. I believe in synchronicities. Synchronicities are just those little random coincidences that you find throughout your day. I believe the term was coined by Carl Jung. Technically, synchronicities, if you don't assign any meaning to them, you're going to see that they're coincidences. From a spiritual standpoint, they're pretty impactful, or they can be at least. Be that seeing random repeating numbers, seeing feathers, seeing whatever the case is. Little coincidences that kind of follow you around. I've been having more recently. And as someone who has been through spiritual processes like spiritual awakenings and stuff, I know that whenever I have a lot of synchronicities going on, something usually happens. That doesn't mean that it's something bad, mind you. Most of the times it's actually something good, or it's, let's say, a life-changing phase for some reason. Point is, they've been happening more often, and I've been noticing that I kind of don't remember when whatever happened if I don't write it down. I just want to have some place to write it down, essentially. Also because I've been getting deja vus, and those are the bigger, like, whenever I have deja vus, I know that those are the ones that are calling my attention the most. So I want to be able to write those things down. And next to it, I have a dream log. As I mentioned, with the Bible, I've been dreaming more since I've been sleeping better. And I actually believe that this is because of the Bible, because I've gone back into the practice of reading something before bed, and that helps to soothe my mind. I'm resting better, and I'm dreaming more. I've noticed that I've been remembering my dreams more when I wake up, but then they escape from me, because since I do not have the practice of writing them down anymore, that's just what dreams do. If you don't pay attention to them, they slip away from your memory right away. If you start to be intentional with trying to remember them, it's easy to remember them, and you can get some useful information from them. If you've never paid attention to your dreams from a psychological standpoint, there are a lot of benefits. You can really get a better glimpse of what your subconscious is trying to process with while you're sleeping, really, because that's what dreams are. It's our subconscious trying to process the world around us and things that are happening. And so I have a little calendar there just to track if I remember the dream from that night, or if I had the sensation of remembering when I wake up. Journal a little bit, and I had a few sections there to try and categorize the dream. One thing to note, do not pay that much attention to your dreams, because there is a type of dream called the residual dream. It's that type of dream, and I know that I'm not speaking about the spread that is on your screen right now, but I feel like this is important to mention. Residual dreams are the kind of dreams where your brain is just info dumping a lot of things that are stuck in your subconscious at once. So it's the kind of weird dream where it's something from a TV show that you were watching before bed, with something that happened 3 months ago, with something that maybe happened 4 years ago, and with a random TV character from something that you've watched a decade ago. It's that weird dream where nothing makes sense and it's a bunch of information packed together. Those are residual dreams. So basically, I'm giving myself the chance there to write down whether it was a residual dream, so that I know that my subconscious is not trying to pass along any important messages. It's just info dumping on me. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that there is such a thing as residual dreams, and your brain is just trying to clean out the memory. That's it. Yeah, this is my weekly log. Since I am starting this late, I'm omitting the first week of August, and I'm omitting the last one because I'm going to be putting that in the September setup, because that's the week that already starts September. And so I figured let's put it all in one space, because I've also had for the past month and a half, while I haven't been that much on here, I've been having an A5 notebook that I don't use that much to make daily spreads whenever I need to write something down. So I find that I'm not using weeklies as much because I've been using that. So I don't need that much space, and I figured let's just save the trouble and the space in the notebook and just make this all in 2-page spread. And that's fine and dandy for me, and that's gonna work. I feel like I haven't mentioned this already in the video. If you're new here, I use a B5 notebook, so if you think that the notebook looks big, that's why a B5 notebook is bigger than an A5 notebook. Yeah, this is my weeklies. It's just the weeks that I'm going to be using for the spread, and a little goals box next to it. I have the number of the week next to it. I like to number the weeks throughout the year just so that I have a better idea of how far we are from the end of the year, and it's starting to scare me. I know that we're in August, and I know that that's month 8 out of 12, but still, it's almost Christmas. Like, I know that that's really premature to say, but it's almost Christmas. Like, what the heck? 2023 started both yesterday and like 3 years ago, but yeah. Here I am. That's me. Hello. Here I am playing around with the washies. Just trimming that down the corner so that it looks cool. Mind you, this page is where I took the most artistic freedoms. To be very honest with you, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. I don't know if I love the washi at the bottom of one page and at the top of the other. The colors don't really match that well, but it was fun, okay? Make some space in your bullet journal for spreads that maybe aren't the most aesthetically pleasing in a conventional sense, but that you enjoy making. It's fun. Creative process. It involves failure sometimes, or things that kind of look wonky, but I like it. It was a passion project, okay? Artistic freedoms are important sometimes. I don't know why I'm making that voice. But yeah, just putting some stickers on there to fill this in. Just adding some details to the page. In case you can't tell, like half of the footage is just me peeling the back of these stickers. If in the future I can get a Cricut, this will actually make my life easier, because if I make them into a sticker sheet, I can actually like have a much easier time peeling the backs off. That's what I'm dreaming of, because honestly, I thought that cutting them would be more tedious than it actually was. It wasn't. It was just a bit of a annoying situation to have my hand cramp up after a little bit, but you know what, it was actually fine. But the peeling back of the paper, that took patience. That took some serious patience. To wrap up, a journaling spread, because I haven't been journaling in my bullet journal for I don't even know how long, and I actually miss it. I miss doing this all in one place. I can just grab my bullet journal. I have an idea of what I did that month, of my habits, of a little bit of what was happening in my life, because what I had going on as a system was I don't like journaling regularly. Sorry, English isn't my first language. And basically what I was doing is, in that A5 notebook that I have, that I've been making some dailies every now and then, I would just journal whenever I felt like it. Problem is, I never journal with that method, because I become kind of lazy with setting up a spread, or just having like a random journaling collection in the middle of like to-do lists and stuff. So I figured, let's just make a small journaling setup in case I feel like doing it. If I feel like journaling, I have a place already set up for it, and it'll be tidied away with everything that already happened in that month, and it'll make sense. And yeah, and I think this is actually one of my favorite setups. I love these are the two favorite washies of the ones that I made is the little star ones and the little straw one. The straw one is actually my favorite. It turned out so cute. So I don't know, it's so pink. I've never been a pink kind of girly, but yeah, I love it. But yes, now let's get on with the final flip through. Like I said, this was a very experimental month for me. It's completely different to draw digitally, to do the elements and then put them on my setup, but it was so much fun, and I'm really happy with the elements, how they turned out, and I'm looking forward to trying this again for the next month, but differently. I already have some ideas in mind, and I'm going to be setting up early, so it's finally going to be up on time. I swear, I promise. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Maybe this gave you some ideas to maybe try something similar, or to maybe just draw this by hand on your bullet journal for future months. I know this is coming up late, so it's probably not going to be useful for August, but maybe for September, or maybe for August of next year. Who knows? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys!